Hello and welcome to Yoga with Maria. Hope you are all well. So, Friday morning yoga. Make sure you've got a nice clear space, as clear a space as you can muster up wherever you're working today. If you've got any injuries, to be really mindful of those injuries. Always pull back rather than push forward, and would always encourage you to really listen to your body. You can always contact me at the end if you want to discuss any injuries in a bit more detail. I can give you a few alternatives that will help that as opposed to hinder it. But for now, let's find ourselves in a nice, comfortable, seated position and close our eyes. And we're just going to spend a few minutes just focusing in on ourselves. So just allowing the spine to lengthen, the neck to lengthen, the shoulders to drop. And bring your attention onto your breathing. Close the mouth. And allow the breath to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. And just taking that awareness and breath down to the tips of your toes. And the soles of your feet. And as we go through the body, just notice if anything is particularly achy or stiff this morning. Just give it an extra bit of attention as we go through. And take that breath and awareness into the ankles, the legs, the knees, into your pelvis, hips, your lower belly, and round into the bottom of your back. Allow that breath and awareness to rise into the middle of your back. And round into the center of your belly, up into your chest, and round into your back, your shoulders, arms, forearms, your wrists, hands, fingers, thumbs. Allow that breath and awareness to go back up your arms into your throat, round into your neck, into the top of your head, forehead, eyes, nose, mouth, tongue, the jaw, your temples, into the top of your head again and out. And keeping your eyes closed, let's inhale through the nose, take the arms up towards the ceiling, bring the palms together, and exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And again, inhaling the arms up, bringing the palms together, exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And one more time, inhaling, palms together, exhale, bring them down to rest at your heart center. And we'll begin our class on an Om, inhaling through the nose. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. enjoy your practice this morning. Let's just bring a bit more focus onto that breath. So let's bring one hand onto our chest and one hand onto our belly, sort of your lower belly, so just below your belly button. Lengthen the spine, lengthen that neck, and again allow these shoulders just to relax and drop. If you want to close your eyes again, you can, so you can really focus on where that movement of your breath is coming from. Just continue breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, just in your own rhythm. And just notice which of your hands is moving more, the one on your chest or the one on your belly. If you're noticing that the one on your chest, the hand that's on your chest is moving quite a lot, give that chest a tiny bit of pressure from that hand and see if you can direct the breath so it comes past the chest and down into your lower belly. You can feel the hand on your belly rising just a little bit with the in-breath and then falling on the out-breath. Expanding and then going back in towards the spine. Just see if you're able to direct that breath so it falls into that lower belly. And see if you're able to make your breath lighter, quieter. Almost as if you can't hear it. And just know that at any point during your practice, you can come back to this subtle breathing. If you notice at any point that you're breathing quite heavily, just see if you can quiet the breath. Allow it to drop down into the belly. Great. And you can release the hands, open your eyes. Let's just take the shoulders to the ears, so you're really scrunching them right up. And then just let them go. And again, scrunching the shoulders right up to the ears, and then release. And one more time. Squeeze, 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 and release. And then let's just take a few shoulder rolls in your own time. So just getting a bit of movement into that upper back, into the shoulders. Inhaling, taking the shoulders up, and then exhale, taking them back. Really nice. And then let's just take that movement forward. Great. Bringing that movement to a stillness. Let's just take the neck to one side. Again, allow those shoulders to drop. So just being wary that you're rising the shoulders with the movement. And then let's just take a little half a circle, rolling that chin along the chest, and then over to the other side. Again, just breathing into any tightness that you might be feeling in the side of the neck. And just continue doing some nice little half circles and holding it on each side if you want to, or extending the arms out to the side to encourage a bit more of a stretch. And then if you want to just take the hands on the back of the neck and just give the neck a bit of a light massage to rub along the back of the neck and along the top of the shoulders. Great, and then let's just take the arms all the way up, and then exhale, bring them nice and straight. So extending the arms, or you're just going to take the fingers towards the ceiling and then point them towards the floor. Keeping the arms nice and long and the shoulders down away from the ears. Keeping that movement going, keeping the arms extended. Seeing if you can follow that movement with the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And then let's just take some circles with the wrists. Again, keeping those arms nice and long. And then in the opposite direction. Let's take the arms back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring them down, nice and straight. And again, bringing them up towards the ceiling. Extend and lengthen. One more time. Great, and then just let them drop all the way down. Let's just take one hand forward. Take the palm towards the ceiling and then just stretch. Pull back the fingers just to allow a stretch in the top of the wrist. Again, just noticing if you're raising that shoulder, just see if you can bring it down. Just release, give it a little twist. Let's take it on the other side. Flipping the palm up towards the ceiling and then pulling back the fingers with the other hand. Just stretch out that wrist. Bring that shoulder down. Great, releasing it, just giving it a little twist. Giving each hand a little rub if you want. Let's bring ourselves into a squat position. So ideally you're looking to try and get your legs as wide, your feet as wide as possible, and your heels on the floor. If your heels don't reach the floor, don't worry. Just roll up your mat and pop your heels underneath, on top rather. So you've just got a bit of extra support. And in your squat position, you want to try, think about lengthening that spine. You're lengthening the spine, lengthening the neck. Try squeezing the glutes, your bum muscles, just to take any pressure off the lower back. Pressing the elbows, pushing the legs out. And breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And then let's take the left hand on the right ankle and then extend the right arm up towards the ceiling and then bring it back into the chest. And just do a few of these in your own time. Lengthening, extending the arm and then bringing it back into the chest. And then let's take some on the other side, taking the right hand to the left ankle. Then extending the left arm up towards the ceiling and then bringing it back into the chest. And bringing both hands together, both the palms again, trying to extend the spine. And let's take both hands. So we're bringing both hands up towards the ceiling and then back down in towards the chest. And again, just take a few of these in your own time, lengthening those arms up. And as you bring the hands back in towards the chest again, see if you can lengthen that spine. You're really starting to work those hips, work the belly muscles. Great. Then you've got a few choices in this next one. You can either take your hands around your ankles to support you, or you can take your palms of your hands underneath the soles of your feet, which makes balancing a little bit trickier. And just from here, you're just going to expand the legs, just standing up. You don't have to have your legs straight. You can keep them nice and bent. Just allowing that head to be nice and heavy, and then bring yourself back down into your squat. Again, each time seeing if you can lengthen that spine. And just again, doing a few of these in your own time. Enjoying extending and lengthening those legs. Continuing that breath in through the nose and out through the nose. A few more of those. And then releasing the hands. And we're just gonna, you can stay in your squat if you prefer, you just enjoy that, or if the squat's becoming too uncomfortable, you can just sit back into cross-legged. From here though, we're gonna walk out into kind of a plank position, and then you're gonna walk yourself back into your squat. Again, each time you bring yourself back to your squat, lengthen that spine, lengthen that neck. And again, just walking yourself out and then back. And don't feel you have to just go backwards and forwards. You can explore a bit more of the space that you might have. You can go backwards as well as forwards. You can raise the hips up. Do a little stretch from the arms. Just exploring that space around you and listening to your body. Where does it need a little bit of an extra stretch? And then bringing that into a tabletop position, so bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, spreading those fingers. Just looking at your knees, make sure they're hip width distance apart, so not too wide, not too narrow. And then from here, let's inhale, get the gaze towards the ceiling, and then exhale, tucking the chin in towards the chest. A few cat-cows. Taking these in your own time. You using that breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And then if you want to loosen that movement up a little bit, just kind of get into your little crazy cat. And sit back on your heels, swim through those elbows, bringing the weight over the wrists. Just a general jiggle. And then bringing that again to a stillness. We'll just take a little balance, so extending the right arm and then lengthening that left leg for a little opposition. And see if you can lengthen, draw the belly button in towards the spine so you're not letting it hang. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, lengthening with the arm and the leg. And then release. Take it on the other side. Extend the left arm and the right leg. Drawing the belly button in towards the spine. Imagine someone's pulling your toe and your finger, stretching you out. And release. Let's tuck the toes and hang in a nice rag doll. So nice deep bend in the knees, just having your feet hip width distance and just making sure the head's nice and heavy. Give a little nod, a little shake. And you can take a few twists if that feels nice. And a nice deep bend in the knees. You want to make sure your head is the last thing to come up. We're going to bring ourselves up to standing through the spine. Just stacking your vertebra one on top of the other. And just enjoying a moment of nice alignment when you get to the top. And let's just do a few heel raises, just bringing your weight onto your toes. Take a little walk to the front of your mat, on your tiptoes or on your heels. And then bring yourself to settle at the front of your mat, or just make sure you've got enough room behind you in your mountain pose. So you want ideally your toes touching, your heels slightly apart. You're going to squeeze the glutes, a little micro bend in the knees if you need to. Pressing that belly button in towards the spine. Chest nice and open, shoulders back. And you can smile. Nice and grounded, nice and tall. You can always come back to your mountain pose. Take a moment here if you need at any point. We're going to our sun salutations. Let's inhale, take our arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands on the floor, shoulder width apart. Step back into a plank. Bring the bum down, weight forward over the wrists. Squeeze the glutes, draw the belly in towards the spine. Take those knees down to the mat if you need. Either way, that we're going to tuck the elbows in towards the body so they're brushing against your body. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tucking your toes. Exhale, down dog. Stepping the feet to hip width distance apart. Checking your hands, making sure they're shoulder width. So again, not too wide. So you've got a nice solid base. That's the word I'm looking for. Pressing your heels back towards the floor. And your gaze towards your belly button. Inhaling, taking your gaze towards your hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Toes touching, heels slightly apart. Let's go again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands where you want them. Spread those fingers. Step or jump back into your plank. Bring that weight forward. Squeeze the glutes. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes. Exhale, down dog. Again, don't be glued to a position if you don't feel it doesn't feel right. Move those feet closer or further away. Squeeze the glutes. Spread those fingers. Press the knuckles into the floor. Inhale, take your gaze towards your hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, take your nose to your knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. And then exhale, release. And let's go again. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back into your plank. Bring that weight forward. Always set yourself up. Let's go down. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up. Exhale, down dog. See now if you can make that breath a little lighter, a little quieter. Pressing the heels back, drawing the belly button in towards the spine. Inhaling, taking your gaze towards your hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Mountain pose. Toes touching, heels slightly apart, shoulders down. Squeeze the glutes. Really good. We're going to go for our sun salutation sequence B with a few warrior poses. This time we will start with an inhale and then exhale, bend. Bend the knees. Inhale, chair pose, lengthen the arms. Let the shoulders drop. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step or jump back into your plank. Bring the weight forward. Knees down if you need. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes. Exhale, down dog. Let's step through with the right foot. Warrior one. Looking for a nice 90-degree bend in that knee. And then your left foot is pressing into the floor. Arms up, shoulders down. You're thinking about trying to bring these hips round towards that right leg. Great. And then let's open into warrior two. So now we're drawing the hips round lengthways to the mat. Taking the gaze towards the right fingertips. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Let's make a reverse warrior. You're just flipping that right hand back. And the gaze towards the right forearm. Lengthening the arm or rounding it off, whichever one feels best. And then cartwheel the arms round, back down to the mat. Stepping back into your plank. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Let's step through with the left foot. Same thing, warrior one. Drawing these hips round towards that left knee. Just check that you've got a nice 90-degree bend in the knee. Looking back at your other foot, make sure it's pressing into the mat, it's not peeling itself up. Lengthening that leg. Drawing these hips round. Lengthen the arms, allow the shoulders to drop. Opening out into warrior two. Nice long arms, gaze towards the left fingertips. Drawing the belly in towards the spine. And then reverse your warrior. Taking the gaze towards the left forearm. Again, you can either straighten, lengthen, or round it. And then cartwheeling the arms around and down. Stepping back. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Last time, so really enjoy stretching out those legs, pressing the heels back. Spreading the fingers. Seeing again if for a moment you can make that breath a little lighter, a little quieter. Really nice, well done. Inhaling, taking your gaze towards your hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, coming all the way up. And release. Really nice. Let's take a nice little balance. So toes touching, heels slightly apart. Mountain pose. Just get that breath back. Allow it to settle. We're going to bring the interlace the fingers, bring the palms together, and then flip the palms so they're facing towards the ceiling. drop the shoulders. You're actively trying to kind of press the hands towards the ceiling, but pull the shoulders down. Lengthening the arms. Then you're just going to raise the heels off the floor. Bring yourself onto your tiptoes. Bring the heels together because they will have a tendency to want to spill out. You want to keep the weight above the ankles. You're bringing those heels together, squeezing the glutes. Drawing the belly in towards the spine, keeping the arms long. Releasing the hands. Bringing them by this nice and long, if you can, keeping your heels off the floor in that balance. And then bringing the heels down along with the arms. Nice. Just let the blood come back into the hands. Super. We're going to do a forward fold, so let's bring our feet hip width distance apart. We're going to fold forward. We're going to take our first finger and middle finger. We're going to hook the big toes. You want to keep your wrists rounding out. So don't let them draw themselves into each other, but round them out, keep them nice and strong. Let the head go, give it a nod. Nice deep bend in the legs, keeping that chest and belly in contact with the legs. And just with each out breath, just seeing if you can lengthen those legs, straightening them up, but trying to keep contact with your body on the legs, using those fingers as an anchor, drawing and rounding out those wrists, squeezing the glutes. Going back to a nice deep bend if you start to feel your body pulling away from your legs. And then just release the grip on the big toe. And then we're just going to bend the left knee and straighten up the right one as much as it can. And then you're going to extend that right arm towards the ceiling. You're sort of doing a little twist. And then releasing that, let's just change over. So a little bend in the right leg and extend the left. And at the same time, we're going to extend the left arm towards the ceiling. Releasing, nice deep bend in both knees. Give the head a nod again. And just again, through the spine, bring yourself up to standing, stacking the vertebrae, one on top of another. Beautiful. Let's do a Trikonasana. So nice wide stance. Let's take our mirror U. So let's take the right toes pointing at 12 and the left toes kind of coming in a little bit. Just check these hips, make sure your bum isn't sticking out behind you, but just tuck it underneath your torso. Lengthen the arms, gaze towards the right fingertips, both legs are straight. Then you're going to reach towards that right side as far as you can. Reach, and then extend and open. Are you taking your gaze towards your left fingertips? Just trace your gaze from the right fingertips all the way up your arm through your chest. Just to check that that right hand is stacked on top and the shoulder arm isn't falling behind your body. Really nice. Bringing yourself up. Let's take it on the other side. So just flip those feet round. So this time 12 o'clock with the left toes and the right ones coming in. Don't be afraid to change the width of your stance if that one didn't feel right. Bringing these hips round nice and square. Check that bum, it's sticking out. Lengthen the arms. Gaze towards the left fingertips. And then reach towards that left side. Reach, reach, reach. And then extend and open. Taking the gaze towards the right fingertips. And again, just following that line from the left fingertips through the arms. Chest. Making sure it's stacked on top and not falling behind. Really good. Coming all the way up. And then let's take ourselves, we do like a little twist. So let's bring ourselves onto our knee. I'll do it with you. So we're going to bring our right knee up and let the left leg trace the line of your mat if you're on a mat. Just make sure that that ankle is nice and straight and that your foot isn't going a bit like skew-whiffy. Do put a cushion underneath that left knee if you need to. Let's take the right arm up and over. Bring those palms together. Bring the palms in towards the chest. Staying in this nice twist, or if you want to extend that left foot and lengthen into your low lunge, you can. And then firing up in that right leg. And then cartwheeling the arms up and over. You bring yourself around to the other side. The left leg up, right leg tracing the line of that mat. Again, just really focus on that ankle for a second. Make sure it's nice and straight. The back of the foot, top of the foot is pressed into the floor. Right arm up and over. Palms together into the chest. Gaze towards the ceiling. Sticking the toes if you want to lengthen into a low lunge, or just staying in that kneeling twist. And then cartwheeling those arms up and around. Nice. I'm just going to take a low lunge. So again, if you need to take a cushion under the leg, you can. What we're going to do this time is we're going to bring the right leg up and then extend the left leg as back as far as it will go. Bringing that weight up. And you can stay here if you want. You can raise the arms, do a little mini back bend. Or if you want to bring that into a low lunge, you can just tuck the toes again of that left foot. Fire up in that right leg, squeeze the glutes, raise the arms, and then go into a mini back bend. Make sure that the shoulders are down. And then changing over. You're taking the right leg back. So again, just finding that position first. Maybe this time you want to just stay with that lunge. Again, popping a cushion under that right knee if you need to. So extending the arms up, chest towards the ceiling, enjoying that opening of the hip. Or if you want to tuck the toes of the right foot and bring yourself into a low lunge. Again, really squeezing that glute of the right leg. Shoulders down, but straightening and lengthening the arms. Really nice, bringing yourself down. And let's take ourselves into a nice little plank on our elbows. So it's up to you. You can bring the hands together, so you're creating like a little triangle, or you can have those hands out in front, flat. Either way, the plank is low. You're bringing that bum down. You can have your feet together or hip width distance. Again, just see if you can lower that bum. Squeeze the glutes or the belly in towards the spine. If it starts to feel too much, just bring the knees down. Keep the glutes fired up. So don't feel like, oh, I can't do it without putting my knees down. That's fine. Bring those knees down. But keep that focus on squeezing the belly towards the spine. Just a little bit longer. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Lowering the hips to the floor. Bringing the palms flat. So the kind of, your chest is on the floor, but you're tucking the elbows right in towards the body. And we're just going to raise the chest just a little bit into a Sphinx pose. If you want to extend this, straighten out the arms, you can. But just make sure that you're squeezing those glutes. If you start to feel any pressure in the lower back, just bring it back down to this lower Sphinx pose. Okay, and then let's just sit back onto our heels. We're going to do prayer pose. Extending the arms out in front, you're lifting the elbows off the mat, bringing the fingertips onto the floor, forehead on the floor. You're really engaging, lengthening those arms. Trying to bring your bum back onto your heels. Nice. Remember, bringing your weight forward again onto your belly. Let's lengthen the arms. Forehead on the floor. And you're just going to raise the right arm and the left leg. And keep your forehead down. And you just lengthen that right arm, lengthening that left leg, a little opposition. And release. Let's take the left arm and the right leg, or whichever one you didn't just do. And release. Let's take the arms up, but keep the legs down. You're raising the forehead off, raising the arms, keeping the feet down. Keep breathing, don't hold the breath. And release. Just give the hips a little shake from side to side. This time we're going to go for the legs. So keeping the arms and the forehead down, but you're just going to raise those legs up. And release. Again, a little shake of the hips if you need to. And this time we're going to take all four limbs off and the forehead, as if we're going for a skydive. Whenever you're ready. You're raising those limbs as if someone's pulling your fingertips and your toes. Squeezing those glutes. And release. Again, tucking the hands, bringing yourself back into this time either a prayer pose or a child pose. Bringing your hands beside your legs. Great. I'm just going to go into a little pigeon pose. Get into those hips. So you're just going to bring that right leg forward. So that the knees nice and folded. And the left leg is long behind you. What we're trying to get is bringing this left hip around. And now if you want to grab a cushion or your jumper and pop it in that space between the left hip and that folded foot or the floor, you can, just to give yourself a bit of extra support. And all we're going to do from here is just relax over. So you can use your hands. So obviously if this is not overly comfortable, don't worry. If you start to feel any pinching sensation though, then just sit back up, come into child's pose. If you want to start to bring the elbows down or bring your weight over that leg, relaxing the head. And again, just breathing into any tightness. If you can't get your head on the floor, that's not a problem. Just using that body weight, just kind of bringing your weight over the left side to try and square those hips off. And you should feel it in that right glute, that right hip. Nice. Bringing yourself up. Let's take the pose on the other leg. So just bringing that left knee in, folding that leg, allowing that right leg to lengthen behind. Again, grabbing a cushion or a pillow to put underneath this right hip and the foot, between the right hip and the foot, if that helps kind of support it. And you're encouraging that right hip towards the floor, towards your cushion. And then you can fold forward. So again, relaxing your head wherever that is for you, using your hands as that support, or bringing yourself down onto your elbows if you can. Again, if you start to feel any pinching sensation in your knees, becomes too uncomfortable, just sit yourself back into your child pose. You're just going to breathe into that space. Bring yourself up. Nice. Let's take both legs in front. We'll just do a seated mountain pose. So lengthening the legs in front, bringing the toes towards the ceiling. Lengthening that spine, lengthening the neck, allow the shoulders to drop. Inhaling the arms up and then lengthening and reaching forward. Not worrying about trying to get to your toes. What we're trying to look at is keeping this spine nice and straight just to start with. Lengthening that neck. Try squeezing the glutes to see what difference that makes in the tightness that you might be experiencing in the legs. Press those feet towards the floor. Lengthen that spine. And then relax over. Allow the spine to curve. Allow the head to be heavy. Even if that means you're still up here, that's okay. Use your hands, your arms to help support your weight, and just see if you can gradually move those arms further down your body. Using gravity to assist you. Nice. Bringing yourself up, giving those legs a little shake. Drawing the knees in towards the chest just for a moment. Giving yourself a little hug. Really nice. I'm just going to take a little twist. So just bringing yourself, you've got a few choices. So I call this knee stack. So you're just stacking your knees one on top of another. that feels too much, you can just do a cross leg. So I'll mirror you. You're looking to put your right knee on top of your left knee. Now, don't worry if you can't get the knees exactly on top. Maybe that's actually up here for you, and that's totally fine. If it's too much, just bring that right leg in front of the left. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to bring our body weight forward and allow that body weight to assist that stretch in the back of the legs, in the hips, and the glutes. So you've either got your right knee stacked on top of your left, or your right leg in front of your left, just sort of a cross-legged position. Bringing yourself up, taking that right hand behind you, left hand up and over. We'll just do a little twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, just a little mini twist. Beautiful. Let's change to this side. So this time you're either stacking your left knee on top of your right, or you're bringing your left leg in front of your right leg. And again, just allow yourself to fold over. Using gravity, breathing into that tightness. Bringing yourself up, let's take a twist to the left. So bringing that left hand behind you, right arm up and over. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, slight twist. Great. Releasing that twist, bringing yourself onto your back. The feet flat on the floor, your knees pointing to the ceiling, your hands facing down. Neck nice and long. Let's just do one little bridge, bringing those hips up off the floor, keeping the chin tucked in towards the chest, pressing the feet into the floor so you can raise the hips higher. Draw the belly button in towards the spine, squeeze the glutes. Most of all, keep breathing. In through the nose and out through the nose, really squeezing those glutes, those bum muscles. We squeeze, and then slowly, slow as you can, release those hips back down to the floor. Really slow, really controlled. Right, bringing the knees in, taking the palms of the hands onto the soles of the feet. Happy baby. Opening those hips, pressing that lower back into the floor. Little rock from side to side, that feels nice. Releasing that, bringing the knees into the chest, the chin towards the knees, squeezing yourself in a tiny ball. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then release. And allow yourself to come into your Shavasana, or your corpse pose. And now we're just going to let everything go. Allow the floor to support you. Allowing your whole body just to melt into the floor, letting everything go. I'm going to read a little quote from Hamin Sunim, his book, Love for Imperfect Things. Don't assume that a still mind is boring. Inside the stillness hides the utmost peace and contentment. If the mind is fully alert to that stillness, it will also discover its true nature. When you're ready, just start to bring some awareness back into your body. Giving the fingers and the toes a little wriggle. And if you want to take your hands above your head, give yourself a big stretch, you can. Allow yourself to go over to one side. And then keeping your eyes closed, just bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And let's together inhale, take the arms up towards the ceiling, bring the palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And again, inhaling the arms up, bringing the palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And one more time, inhaling the arms up, palms together. Exhale, let them rest at your heart center. And we'll close our class on 3 Oms, followed by Shanti. And you can join in the mantra, or you can just listen. Inhaling through the nose. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace to our thoughts, peace to our hearts, and peace to the earth. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for a lovely practice this morning. If you are able to donate, you can do that via the website, which is www.yogawithmariagray.com. Really appreciate the donations, keeping the classes going, so thank you. We will have meditation in a second. We're just going to do a short 10-minute guided meditation on peace, so to continue that thought and that flow. We have a week off from live yoga, so we will be back in a week or so. So just keep your eyes peeled, as it were. We will be sending out a little mail out at some point next week, just to let you know the changes to the timetable. In the meantime, you can catch up on any of the classes on YouTube, as well as any of the guided meditations that are on there. Thank you very much. I wish you a fabulous weekend. Thank you. Namaste. Hello and welcome to Meditation with Maria. Welcome back, or welcome if you're joining us just for this morning's meditation. So just find yourself in a nice comfortable position. It doesn't have to be cross-legged, it can be sitting on a chair or legs out in front, leaning against a wall, whatever works for you. Just finding yourself in a nice comfortable position. We're just going to start by just giving ourselves a tiny bit of a TLC, bit of massage, bit of facial massage. Just bringing your tips of your fingers, just bringing them to the eyebrows. We're just gonna gently massage those eyebrows. So you kind of just bringing the tips of the fingers around the tops of the eye socket. Just nice and gentle. Bring the shoulders down. If you want to take the thumb and the first finger, you can kind of squeeze the eyebrow, just giving it a little massage like you're kneading it. Great. Bringing those fingertips to the top of the nose. And you're just going to draw the fingers along the eye sockets along the bottom, the cheekbone. Drawing the fingertips across and then up, like you're giving yourself a little mini facelift. Opening the sinuses, the top of the nose as you do that. In your own time, just nice and gentle. Just gets that blood flowing underneath the eyes to help reduce the puffiness. And then just bringing that massage down into the jaw, into the cheeks. Again, just kind of sort of uplifting motions. Tracing the jawline, taking the thumb underneath if you want and giving a massage underneath the jaw and the root of the tongue where it lives. And taking the fingertips to the back of the ears in that little squishy space between the jaw and the skull. And again, just lightly pressing the fingers into that space, releasing any tension that you might have built up there. And then pressing those fingertips into the side of the neck, just wherever you feel that you need it. Pressing those fingers around any tight areas in the neck, or in the tops of the shoulders. And then just bringing the fingertips onto the top of the head. So just give yourself a little pitter-patter with the fingertips. And then allow yourself to come into a comfortable position for some guided meditation. Now you've got all that blood flowing through the face. If you prefer to lie down, you can. Just cover yourself with a blanket so you don't get cool. Finding yourself in whichever position you're in. Close your eyes. Today's meditation is focused on the word peace. Finding your inner peace when things on the outside seem a whirlwind of chaos. Finding peace within yourself and with others. Let's begin by bringing your focus onto your breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Imagine your whole body is relaxing. Each muscle is becoming softer and free of tension. Your neck. Breathe into the space in your neck. Feel the muscles loosening and melting. Shoulders. Breathe into the space there and feel your shoulders sinking, releasing. Your breath becoming lighter, your whole body melting and releasing. Think back to a time when you were angry or annoyed at someone. Perhaps it was recently or a while ago. Your partner, your children, a friend, or someone from work. Who are they? Where are you? What did they do that annoyed you or made you feel angry? How do you feel? Where does this feeling manifest from? Your chest, your stomach, your hands, your throat? What sensations do you feel? Tightness? Knotted? Your heart race? Sweating? Shortness of breath? Look at this person. Know that they cannot control you. Breathe. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Feel this tension, this tightness, this feeling of anger and annoyance slipping away. Smile. Smile genuinely at this person. See that they are smiling back. Laugh. See that they are also laughing. It is not always easy to forgive and forget. However, agonizing over a past event will only bring you pain and discomfort. Breathe. Smile. Know that it has passed, that you are wiser and stronger from the experience. What is important is that you fill your thoughts, heart, your body and life with things that you love and care about. Peace. Imagine now that you are in a place that you love. surrounded by nature. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. The air is fresh and cleansing. Your body feels light. Your thoughts feel light. Your breath feels light. Your heart is filled with love, joy, and peace. When you're ready, start to bring some awareness back into your body. Know that under any situation, you find your peace. Breathe. Smile. Know that this experience will make you stronger and wiser. And if you like, you can stay where you are and enjoy a few more moments of relaxation. Thank you so much for joining me this morning for our little meditation and prep for the weekend. I really wish you a lovely day. Again, if you are able to donate the session, you can do that via the website www.yogawithmariagray.com, and you can make any donation that you're able to from there. In the meantime, have a lovely weekend, have a great week. Do feel free to contact me if you need to ask any questions, and I shall look forward to teaching you again live in a few weeks' time. Take care. Thank you. Namaste.